him up. Nitacek over to his right, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting third, right fielder, Alfredo Lozano.
So digging in now, Alfredo Lozano. No one aboard for him, and two gone here in the first. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
Stepping up to the plate, Eddie Fenn, man at first after the 2-out walk. Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2. Lozano, the runner at first with 2 gone. From the belt, the pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Toronto. They still trail 1-0. Stepping in, Leo Haywood, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here now the 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Standing in now, Alan Levine, and he fouls this one off. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. Takes this the other way to right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
In now, Ken Stout. This is skied into short left center. Peters moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 8, catcher Jimmy Olsen.
Coming to the plate now, Jimmy Olsen. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a weak little line drive over to first. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Into the box, Andres Corona. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. 3-1.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first 2 innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally he'd be closer to 27 instead.
Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Squared that one up just a little late. Payoff pitch one more time, and he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Standing in now for the Yankees, Patrick Haston, and he does so with 2 gone in the inning, but with the bases loaded. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time, when the bases are loaded, just concern yourself with getting the guy in from third.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Yankees leave him loaded. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Leading off the inning, Scott Love, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Into the box now, Hayden Nix, and he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now to the plate, Chad Land. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Standing in now, Quincy Montgomery, 1-2 now. Nix leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Throw over to first, and the runner back safely. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in, the switch hitter, Cole Sexton, earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Riding in once again, Steve Midicek. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
The 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
Set. Here's the 3-1, and he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Standing in, Wes Rayner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. The 1-2. He pulls this one into right. That's in there. Base hit. Sexton rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 2.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Row, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Stepping in now, Cleo Haywood. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch home. Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Into the box now, Alan Levine. He singled his last time up. The 2-1. Chopper foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a 3rd.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. Rayner isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead now by 4.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
In now, Ken Stout. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Jimmy Olsen. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. Inside, he misses, ball 4.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there, and if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Digging in, Andres Corona. He drew a walk his first time up. (3-2) with the bases loaded, and it's fouled away. Again, he sends it out of play. Count still full, 3-2. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Now batting.
Next for New York, Patrick Haston. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. And he'll just watch the cut fastball here for strike 1, 3-1.
Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. On the ground to third. Scooped up on the backhand. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Yankees lead it 4-0. Stepping into the box, Clark Peters, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle. And
he dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Boy, that would look like a cinch extra base hit off the bat, but a terrific diving catch in left center field.
Standing in now, J.C. Ray. Pulled toward right center field. Stout sprinting after it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter number 5, shortstop, Tom Fryer.
Stepping in for the Jays, Tom Pryor. He flew out in his last at bat. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is a fastball taken high for a ball.
I got 2-1 the count.
2 out, nobody on. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch is in there. A called strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Jose Rivera will come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring.
Jose Rivera.
Cole Sexton will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. So 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So striding forward now, Steve Midicek.
Third baseman, Steve Midicek.
Ball 3.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
On a line, that's a base hit into left field. That was pretty obvious in live action that that ball was hit hard, and after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo, an impressive swing of the bat.
Into the box now, Wes Rayner, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Leo Haywood.
At the plate, Leo Haywood comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Midicek is off of first with 2 away. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Levine.
So striding in, Alan Levine. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Ray ranging back at the track, the wall, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run shot to right center field as this lead swells to 7-0.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Stepping in now, Ken Stout. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
In now, Jimmy Olsen. 3 runs already home here. And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
The 3-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The next 3-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Wow, you want your stars to get their work in during spring training, but you don't want to see them get hit by a pitch. Looks like no damage done, though.
Into the box, Andres Corona. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Sliced hard down the left field line. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
They just keep pouring it on this inning. That's 5 runs so far, and they're not finished yet. They've been teeing off on everything they see, and they're showing no signs of stopping anytime soon.
Standing in now, Patrick Haston. Ball 2.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Swung on and missed, strike 3. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Yankees 9, the Jays nothing. Danny Coffey takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Number 67, Danny Coffee.
Now at the plate, Alfredo Lozano. The 1-1 home. It's hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
In now, Eddie Fenn. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And another foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. Hit hard down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, this is just one of those grinder at bats right here. He worked the count even to 2-2, and he's made him throw a lot of pitches.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Line drive to center field. Stout is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Scott Love.
Now in the box, Scott Love. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Rayner going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Hayden Nix.
Striding forward now is the DH, Hayden Nix. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And that misses 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Payoff pitch home. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. The next 3-2. There's ball 4. So that's the 2nd walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
Into the box now, Chad Land. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Right to him. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Jays answer right back with this solo home run. We're through 4. It's the Yankees 9 and the Blue Jays 1. Angel Santana gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Digging in now for the Yankees, Paul Sexton. He hit a sac fly earlier. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box, Steve Middachek. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats.
Watch your lips in the first couple rows there. He got the head out on that changeup. Good thing they enforced the new netting rules this year.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Standing in now, Wes Rayner. 1-2.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Midacek leads off first with one away. High pop up. Love waits on it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Up next for the Yankees, first baseman, Cleo Haywood.
Digging in now, Cleo Haywood. A couple of walks for him thus far. The 1-1. Bends into the zone for a strike. The 1-2. And this one gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with two away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that two-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for the Yankees, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Tim Heredia is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 48, Tim Heredia.
Now at the plate, Quincy Montgomery.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And the 2-1. And it misses. 3-1 now.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 3-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And that's the first out. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. Stepping in and
play ball.
Long comes on to fish now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Enrique Machado has come into the ball game now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Enrique Machado.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Rodrigo Rico. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
In now, Brandon King. And that's in there, 3-1. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Alfonso Goodson will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning.
Goodson.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. King, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Back to him on the mound. Oh, and he just throws the glove up there and snares it for out number 3. The Yanks leave 1. They lead it, though, 11-4. Orlando Reyes is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 72, Orlando Reyes.
Into the box now, Quincy Montgomery starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance, but that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
Stepping in now, Clark Peters. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A runner at second, nobody out. The 3-2 one more time, and he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Center fielder, number 3.
Marvin Winston will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. One-two pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field as they've cut this deficit down to 4. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, Hero. The hitters are on point, the pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
Sylvester Bell will come on and get some work as he makes his second appearance so far this spring. Into the box now, Michael Ryan. Fly ball right down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Well, this one's been a bit of a head scratcher despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Number 9, Pablo Rodriguez.
Shannon White will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Number 36, Shannon White.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already 1 homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strikeout there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
Standing in now, Michael Hunt. Count even at 2-2. Final strike for the Blue Jays. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hot shot toward third, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
In now, Enrique Machado, fouled away. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swinging a ground ball to third. He's got it on to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
An 11-7 final in this one. So the Bronx Bombers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Shane Lindeman pitches well enough to get the W. Justin Hamilton worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious Yankees, 11 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 19 runners on base. For the Blue Jays, 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you